So first stand is over, and here's everything you might have missed. So first stand kicked off on Monday with FearX versus BLG, with it going to Silver Scrapes with BLG picking up the win. Also on Monday we had Team Secret Wales versus G2, with G2, my region, G2 sweeping Team Secret Wales 3-0. Tuesday saw JDG versus Genji, with Genji sweeping JDG 3-0. And also Genji brought round Genrang. He was everywhere. I loved it, my little tigery boy. Tuesday also saw Lion versus Loud, also going to Silver Scrapes, with Lion ultimately picking up the win, but Loud putting up a pretty good performance in my opinion. Wednesday started off with BLG versus G2, with BLG sweeping G2 3-0. And then we had Team Secret Wales versus FearX, with FearX sweeping the win from Team Secret Wales and ultimately eliminating them. Thursday saw Lion versus Genji and the return of Genrang, and Genji ultimately swept Lion. Tuesday also saw JDG versus Loud, with JDG sweeping the win and ultimately Loud being eliminated. Even though Loud were eliminated, it's not all bad news for Brazil. This first stand it was announced that they're getting another spot in Worlds, which I think is well deserved. Investing more in the region can only bring it up. Friday saw FearX versus G2, which do you hear that? First big upset of the tournament, G2 swept FearX 3-0 and knocked them out. After that crazy match, we had JDG versus Lion, where JDG picked up the win, but Lion did put up a good fight, getting one match from them. Saturday saw G2 versus Genji, which if you thought G2 beating FearX was crazy, they went and did it again. They swept Genji 3-0. It was crazy. Here's like some of the tweets that people were posting. I went to the pub and G2 was just amazing this tournament. Also on Saturday we saw a repeat of the LPL finals with JDG versus BLG, with BLG ultimately sweeping the win and securing their place in the final. Sunday was highly anticipated. Not only was it a rematch between BLG and G2, G2 was carrying the hope of not only Europe, but at this point, the West. Had a lot of pressure on their shoulders. And they did do very well the first match, but unfortunately, after they took that first match, BLG picked up 3 consecutive wins after that, secured themselves as the first stand victors. And this means that Viper is back-to-back first stand champions. He is undefeated. Regular season starts next week with everyone back playing. And I will miss the Dokla vlogs.
Olá, Dokla here.